Okay, okay. So, good evening, everyone. Myself from Dr. Prashant Gowda, Secretary NNF Karnataka chapter. So we are continuing now. So we have reached the stage of designing the OT now, which forms the heart of the hospital and heart of the surgery. So if OT is done well, chances of infection rate will be very minimal. Patient safety will be at maximum, and the outcome of the patient will be very good, depending on the how we operate the OT and how the OT is installed, and plus the cleaning, biocleaning, and disinfection, which forms the integral part and the most important part of any hospital management. So we have two most important topic, that is the modular OT concept and installation, which will be done by Mr. Vinod Nair. He's the Chief Executive Officer, Medibava Health System Private Limited, Bangalore. After the second and disinfection, eco-friendly method, latest technology and advantages of that. This will be dealt by Mr. Joseph Varghese. He's a Noco spray company franchisee CEO. So two most well-renowned speaker, and we have got vast experience in that particular field. So they will be talking on this. After following that, two talks, we will have our panelists and moderators will be sharing their views, and then we will take up all the questions from the audience. So thank you very much, first of all, on behalf of NNF, request and to be part of this webinar series and sharing your experience and expertise, which is this who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs, who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs and who already have an hospital to make their hospital uplift their quality of the hospital. So I request now Mr. Vinod Nair to start the lecture, and over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Prashant. Good evening. My name is Vinod Nair, representing a company called TAC. I'm the director for that one. So I'm just going to take the modular operation theater, the basics concept for designing when you're starting a new hospital or the existing hospital when you are revamping and just doing a new OT. So why is there a need for a modular operation theater? So the first of all, to have the complete infection-free cases. That's what the main motto of the modular operation theater when somebody designing or when the new hospital comes up. So what we are want to achieve out of a modular operation theater, we are expecting a 99.997 bacteria-free air into the operation theater through a micron 3 stage, that through a laminar flow. So that's what the achievement which we are expecting from a modular operation theater. Another thing, if you see 10 to 15 years back, the operation theater means it's a 10 by 10 room with a split face AC and one OT table, lights, as well as one anesthesia workstation. That was the concept was there. So the new operation theater, which we are discussing about that one, is the MOT. Is that very easy to clean, and it's chemical won't affect in that one, bacteria free. We can clean through a steam. We can clean through a chemical also. So there are multiple ways to clean as well. So cleaning is very easy for the modular operation theater. Also for the modulation open theater, we will be able to achieve the reduction of the fumigation. The normal operation theater, we have to use to fumigate, but in MOT, we can avoid that one. Also, it's turnaround to a revenue generation for the hospital for the new MOT concept which we are talking. The same way which we are expecting to achieve the workflow management, the surgery is under controlled conditions with a very comfortable position for the surgeons as well as for the nurses. And it's, if you see a modular operation theater, it's totally concealed wiring, and the medical pipeline also coming to the pendant is in a concealed way. Also, all the equipments which is in the OT except the anesthesia workstation, which is mounted on a ceiling pendant unit. Also, the floor cleaning as well as the equipment cleaning in a OT is very easy. So this is what NABH also saying that as per the NABH norms, any new hospital which are looking for NABH accreditation, which is they are giving some norms to make the operation theater, which is modular operation theater. So I will take you through a basic systems and equipments which is coming in a modular operation theater. First and foremost, there are two things: is the plenum unit, which is called the laminar airflow. Some people will say it's air ventilation system. I will take you through this in detail the next slides. Second will be the wall and the ceilings. There are multiple ways we can just design and implement the wall of the modular operation theater as well as the ceiling. Second one, the peripheral lights and air. There are multiple type of pendants will come inside the modular operation theater. And the door of the MOT, hermetically door, it can be a HPL1 or it can be a SS1. There are OT control panels which will come inside the modular operation theater, X-ray viewer or a pack viewer, pressure relief dampers will be inside, and outside the OT, as part of the modular operation theater design, as outside the OT there will be a scrub station as well as instrument washing sinks. Inside the OT again, OT table and OT lights will be there. And the flooring is another key aspects in the anti-static flooring. It can be a vinyl or it can be an epoxy. Then a writing board will be inside this one to just write the process as well as the plan of action. And this is an optional one, view window, which doctor wants to or nurses wants to see a comfortable feeling after doing the surgery. There is the new concept is called view window is there. Then hatch box will come. Then the storage unit for keeping the micro as well as the crucial equipments, instruments to keep inside the OT itself after sterilization. And there will be a pressure stabilizer will be there. So these are the systems and equipments come into a standard modular operation theaters. When you are talking about the wall and ceiling panels, there are multiple ways to design, and there are depending on your budget as well as depending on the situation, depending on the criteria, you can select the material which you can use it for the four walls as well as for the ceilings. So they said there is a first options are gypsum basin board backed on panels. So this is the front end will be in stainless steel SS3C4 panel. Backside will be gypsum of a 1.6 mm thick stainless steel will be using, as well as the gypsum board in the backside. Then the second option, the same galvanized steel panel backed by gypsum will be another option for this one. So it's all depending on what budget you have for making a modular operation theater, because it's depending on the wall panel is the cost changes, the budget changes can start from 1x amount to x into 10 amount if you need. So that depending on this is one of the cost which is going to come as part of our modular OT, that can be around 40 to 45% of your total modular operation theater cost will be this paneling mainly for construction portion I'm telling. Second portion will be puff infilled panels. This is the most common using other than stainless steel in India. It's one is the stainless steel in the both side. Inside will be a puff panel will be there. Puff will be there, and it will screw to the wall or it will screw to the ceiling. The second will be instead of stainless steel, it will be a GI that is galvanized iron portion, and inside will be the puff panel. The third option for in this same scenario is the HPL, which is high pressure laminate on both sides, and the center will be a puff panel. And the fourth one option here is aluminum panel on both sides, and inside will be a puff filled with the aluminum extruded profile, which is very easy to assemble, easy to reassemble as well, because it's lightweight when you are talking about the aluminum panels. So the puff infilled panels are there are four varieties available, which is one is both side SS, and there will be a GI in both side, or it can be a mix and match of stainless steel and GI as well. There is an HPL, which is high pressure laminate on both sides, which is puff infilled, and the fourth one is aluminum true modular PPG. And this another model which is available. Mainly this one is using in abroad, which is called solid high pressure laminate panel. In another word which is called bioclad is another word which is using in this one, which is a 12 thick solid high pressure mounted steel structure. The steel structure will be in the back side, and this high pressure laminate will be screwing into that one. But in Indian scenario, this is not that much successful. But if you see abroad in US and Europe countries, this is one of the famous the panels which is using in modular OT. So the next one is again SMS, which is solid mineral surface, which is again mainly using in abroad, not in Indian situation. And this is the next one is very expensive, which is glass panel with graphic design on that one. So if the hospital have enough budget, then this is one of the very high fund stuff which you can do it on four walls of the modular operation theater. So the next one is the model with the antibacterial paint coating. So the antibacterial painting, which is will give a long lasting for the modular operation theater up to 15 to 20 years, which it will give for the OT, because its cleaning is very easy, and it's a dry film thickness of 300 microns, which is on that one. And this is one thing which some people will do this painting after the puff paneling mainly, but some places the doctors prefer to do painting on stainless steel as well. So where this option, when I was talking about this option, puff infilled panels everywhere. Top of this one, either if it's in a MS, or MS means high pressure HPL, or GI, the hospital normally go for the antibacterial painting. So that will be first they will put an antibacterial primer on that one. Then top of that antibacterial paint coating will be doing on top of that. Then the next one, which is a little expensive, which I told, glass model roti, which is we don't need any painting on that one. Even HPL also, it's a high pressure laminate. So laminate painting will be difficult. So that will be the another one. So this is stainless steel modular roti is the most common modular roti in India. So here the ceiling as well as the wall, which will be going for a stainless steel with a puff filled in that one. And the stainless steel panel will be 304 SS304 grade in that one. And if you see anywhere in India, either puff or stainless steel is most common paneling which we are using, because that is long lasting and the moisturizer won't come inside this one, and cleaning is very easy. That is the speciality of this stainless steel. So I can say 60 to 65% of the all OTs going in a proper modular operation theater way, which is a stainless steel modular OT. The next one is, which you can use that one, is the vinyl. Instead of painting on the wall, we can do a imported vinyl pasting on the ceiling, which will be any color vinyl will be available, which is 3 vinyl imported. We can just paste it on the galvanized iron instead of painting as well. So these are the ceilings coming standard in model roti. However, as per NABH norms, they are not saying that only you have to go for this particular ceiling. It's all depending on the budget, the situation of that particular site, and the doctors or the hospital choice. Coming next to the thing is the hermetically sealed slide doors. There are two type doors normally coming. Either it's an HPL door, that is high pressure laminated door. Inside will be honeycomb material will be coming, and the outside will be high pressure lamination will be there. This is normally using for a sliding kind of door. This can be in two-way. Either it's going to be a manual sliding one or it's an automatic one. So the next one doors will be a hermetically sealed stainless steel one. This is again we can have a sliding one or a hinged version, the two door which you can open it that one. But most of the modular operation theater, to avoid the maximum contact, the people decide to go for a sliding one, which is more easy to just slide it and come and easily pack and fit into the entrance, and it won't get any contact with the outside once the patient inside the OT once we close the door. So these are the two doors mainly using. One is HPL1, that is highly pressure laminated, and second one is stainless steel with the 1 feet cutting will be there on the door to see the outside and inside. There will be two side glasses will be there, plain glasses, to see what is happening outside or inside. Next is coming the most crucial portion of modular OP is called a laminar airflow system. Some people call it air ventilation system. The supply of air to an operating room should have four main functions. First, to control the temperature and the humidity of the space. Second, to assist in the removal and dilution of waste of anesthetic gas which is leaking from the anesthetic workstations. To dilute airborne bacterial contamination is the next one. And the fourth one is to control the movement of the air within the department such that the transfer of airborne bacteria from clean to sterile area is minimized. So that's a main thing which four aspects which we need to look into, that when you are talking about the airflow in system. Rakhavendra and his team was taken through the air portion some time back, but laminar 4 is the key the component which is coming in the modular operation theater. So the modular operation theater airflow is inbuilt with the HEPA filter. The filter is having efficiency of 99.77 percentage at 0.3 micron. HEPA means which is high standard for high efficiency particulate air, which is actually the standard for blocking the particles when it is coming to that one. It's coming through just the top of your operation, the OT table, and the four side of your modular operation theater have return air duct outlets, and the grill for the same made of steel or dually powder coated one will be there in the four side. So the air will come through the top, and it will suck through the four side of your operation theater, and it's take throughout. So the laminar 4 airflow system is coming with a HEPA filter inbuilt to that one. Normally it is coming as a standard size. It's made out of aluminum, or it can made out of stainless steel 304 a grade stainless steel as well. So this is as part of the AC designing system, which is coming as part of the modular operation theater. It's coming to the air handling system. So this air handling system connected to the laminar floor, which is called the AHU as well. And it's as per NABH norms, each modular OT should have separate air handling unit. You cannot use a centralized AC to each and every OT. That size of this air handling unit design depending on what kind of surgery which you are going to perform over there. What's the size of the operation theater? And that's all matters when they're designing the air handling unit. Sometimes the neuro or oncology, which they need more air inside, or the air condition, the temperature will be lower than compared with the other surgeries. So then based on that one, what the super specialty or modular OT has a different type of design will be as part of that one. So coming next to the OT control panel. In all modular OT, there will be a control panel will be there. There are multiple type of control panels available, which is computerized touchscreen control panel, which is in the high-end one. Then electronic touch switch type panels will be there. And the third, which is the most common, is the membrane switch type control panel, which is normally used. The picture which is showing the second picture, which is normally used in most of the modular operation theater. This OT control panels, which is talking in the norms of tiles, there are two types of OT control panels available, which is 6 tiles and 9 tiles. So that's the size of the and the functions of that particular OT control panel, which is called in that particular way. So this any control panel can be customized depending on that particular hospital required. So there are multiple controls are there. So some people need 6, some people need 9, some people need 9. Depending on that one, we can customize that one. So the common the controls which we get in a control panel is the digital day time clock, which we can start that the surgery is 2 hours 20 minutes. So you can start a countdown. We can do a normal clock over there. Then digital elapsed time clock, which I was talking, and temperature display and control. We can see the temperature, what is the temperature outside as well as inside the OT. The humidity display inside the OT, we can see that one. And the we can do a control from AC as well as AHU also from the OT panel. Sometimes some people prefer to just control this in the outside, because the AHU should on all most of the times in the, even though in inactive situation as well, it need to work. So sometimes the people control outside. And hot and cold selection, which we can put it inside. HEPA filter status, which will be showing that one, either an indication we can show see it in the control panel, what is the status of HEPA, which is working properly. And the room pressure inside that one, once we close the hermetically closed doors, what is the pressure inside the room, which we can see. We can control the OT light as well as we can control the peripheral lights. The medical gas alarm, which we can see inside the, we can connect to the control panel. We can have a hand-free phone connected inside that one with inbuilt speaker. If doctors prefer that one, they can have a music system, which you can connect to the USB port to this one and we can listen. And if required, we can have a data points as well as audio video points as well connected to this one. If somebody wants to connect the audio and video to outside also, we can integrate with this one. Coming to the next is the ceiling pendants, and there are 2 types of pendants mainly used in a modular operation theater, which is one is anesthesia pendant, another one is surgical. So also is different models are available. There is available with the ABS material. This is available with the inside aluminum. And there will be lightweight available inbuilt IV stand, which you can see in the picture. Also, this can be available in a single arm. There is a fixed version is available. The dual arm is available. And in the anesthesia pendant, you can connect to the gas outlet, the electrical data points, depending on how many outlets you need, how many electrical point you need. These all you can design it and customize it and fix it over there. Also, the same way you can put the electrical socket. It can be 360-degree movable also. In double arm and all, you can just do it 360-degree, and pneumatically you can stop it also if you need anywhere to fix it. Actually, you don't need to, sometimes it may rotate. So pneumatically you can fix it, and there is a lock also. It's available nowadays in most of the pendants. And this will be ISO, CE, sometimes it is FDA compliance, depending on the hospital choice. Coming next to the storage unit, it's in MOT, one storage unit is mandatory to keep the critical instruments, like you can say the laparoscopy as well as for micro instruments. And where some people will do when they're doing a stainless steel operation, the wall cladding, when they do, they will manufacture a the storage unit along with the wall itself. So then only the doors will be projecting outside, but the all shelves will go inside the wall. But once you constructed that one, some people will use the standalone storage unit with the stainless steel. We prefer that only stainless steel storage inside the operation theater. Coming next to the hatch box. Hatch box is another one box which we require inside the operation theater. One side will be the outside and one side will be inside. It's actually a box with 2 doors. It's mainly using to remove the waste material from the operation theater to the dirty linen area to adjacent to the operation theater. There will be a UV lights will be inside, and there will be two doors. One is in the outside, one is in inside. Once one door only we can open at a time. So once we put the dirty linen inside, once we close it, both doors, the UV light automatically switch on, and it can kill the bacteria if it's available, or the blood stains is there. It can dilute that as well. And once we put it, when the UV light cut off, the person can come through the other side and take the dirty linens or all the waste from the operation theater which is put it inside. So this is an optional, but most of the MOT which the hatch box is or pass box is using. Next one is the writing list board. This is a normal board, board with a standard size, which will be there inside the operation theater to just chart it down, what all the procedures and activities to perform as part of the surgery. Pressure relief damper is another one which is using for relief. The damper should be provided each room to prevent the contamination of air from clean and dirty areas. This is strategically when they're designing, the designing team will be positioning this particular relief damper in a place to just prevent the contamination of air from clean and dirty areas. Coming next to the clean room lights peripherals, normally it's used 2 feet by 1 feet lights, and the luminous of this particular light is designing by the designing team as per the IP65 standard. There is a standard when you say 10 by 10 or 15 by 15 or OT when they're designing. So there is a standard where all these peripheral lights should be there. We need to fix it on what size of this light should be there. What is the luminous of this one? Normally it varies from 1100 to 1600 luminous. It varies depending on the size and the size of the room and size of the lights. Also, this same portion on the ceiling, people use to clean the top of the ceiling, or if you need to do any maintenance on the top of the ceiling, the same cutting, you can use it for maintenance purpose as well. Next is X-ray viewer. When the flash type X-ray, LED X-ray viewers are using when the OT construction time itself. So it's a flash type, means it will be looking very good and it won't be projecting anywhere. Like what I told, the storage space also, when the OT construction time itself, two film or 3 film or 4 film, depending on what they want. They will fix it the frame in the inside, and that's a flash type X-ray viewer will be using. Some places, if high end, if they have a centralized picture archiving system and all there will be a monitor will be fixing over there and connecting to centralize the PAC server. Coming to the flooring, there are two types of flooring normally using. One is vinyl flooring. The next one is epoxy flooring. Vinyl is the oldest effective ESD, flooring material, which is using a 3 mm to 5 mm imported fire retardant vinyl floorings available nowadays, and it's using for the flooring. The join between one piece to another piece are very easy in the vinyl, and when they're laying, it's more easy, and the facility manager also will love to just use only the vinyl because it's very cleaning and it's very easy to install, very easy to repair, very easy to clean, and wide color selection is available. So the most of the people prefer the flooring is vinyl flooring. And next one is epoxy flooring, which is equally good, but the problem is that one maintenance portion for the epoxy is a little difficult. So if anything you do it tomorrow, the color combination currently what we have and the next one may not be matching in the epoxy one. So these all will be anti-static, which I wanted to just tell you. So there are two types of commonly using vinyl flooring and epoxy flooring in this one. See, nevertheless, I wanted to say that it's totally all depending on, again, the budget. Some people are using even granite stone in as a floor, but the problem is that when you're using a granite stone, the slippery will be little more, and it will absorb more AC, though, so the electricity charges can go up because the stone will absorb AC more. So it's totally depending on what is your budget and what scenario you are going to design that one. As part of the again modular operation theater, the outside the OT, very close to the OT complex, there will be a surgical substation and instrument washing bay will be there, which is SS304, the surgical substation which is everybody use. This can be a manual mean it can be a elbow operated taps, or it can be a goose nose kind of tap with both side the betadine or soaps dispenser. That is manual. This can be a foot operator also. We can do a combination of along with the elbow operated one. The next one is sensor operated, which is fully automated. There will be tap on the top, and as soon as you show your hand or you show your leg, it will get activated, and the water comes inside. There will be a mixer will be there for the scrub station, which is hot and cold mixing when the doctor or anybody wants to wash their hand. The same way for the instrument washing session as well, there will be a mixer can be incorporated with that one. So as per this is the main the components which is coming inside the modulation open theater. As per the NABH norms, as per the NABH, when you are planning a new operation theater, these are the few things which you need to keep it in mind when they're designing, because when they come tomorrow for inspection, they may see all those things. One which I told you, that the AHU for each and operation theater should be separate and dedicated to that particular OT room. That can be depending on the designing. That can be depending on the size of and the speciality of that particular surgery. Then next would be the paint which is using should be antibacterial, antifunctional painting. If we are going for a painting, when you are using a puff panel or anything, if you are some people when you're going for a SS panel, they don't do this one. And the OT door should be hermetically sealed, or automatic or manual. That is preferable depending on their choice. The clean room lights, the general lights, and the safety norms, which there is a big article is there, which is safety norms. Separate power circuit for the equipments, and the anti-static flooring, wall and ceiling should be non-porous. If they're doing a vinyl flooring as well, we need to have an anti-static flooring on that one. And these are the few things which we need to consider as per the NABH norms, which mentioned by the NABH. Also, the air conditioning in the OT, which I was mentioning, they prefer that when the operation theater has to be on all the time. They can switch off the AC, but the air handling unit should be on. That also the purpose of operation theater, depending on they categorize that one. So super specialty, which they're categorized as the neuroscience, orthopedic, especially the joint knee replacement, cardiothoracic and transplant surgeries, which categorize the super specialty operation theater. And the general OT is the ophthalmology, the normal OT, which is all come under the general OT. The daycare also come under general operation theater as per the NABH norms. So coming next to the maintenance, which is there is another circular, that one the properly periodically the preventive maintenance of the system should do, like temperature and humidity check, air particulate count, air change rate calculation, air velocity, pressure differential, validation of the HEPA filter which is fixed to the laminar flow. So these all preventive maintenance as part of the maintenance system should do this one. So with this, I just closing my session here. If any question, I will be taking after the session. I will be available, and we can talk in detail if any question is the end of this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vinod. Wonderful presentation. We will take up the questions later after the second talk. I am sure there'll be a lot of questions regarding the OT related things, because the concept what we have as a doctor or the operational team will be very minimal. They'll be looking at the cost and the working, not on the safety, infection control wise. So we will take up all the questions later after the second talk. Now I request Joseph Varghese to start the session. Talk. Am I audible?
Yes. Are you able to hear me?
Discussion.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Joseph Varghese,
Can you hear
kindly
me?
load the. Yeah. I can.
Yeah.
Over to you, Mr. Joseph.
Joseph,
Yes. I'm on it.
yeah, over to you. We are all waiting for listen about your classes.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes. Good evening, dear doctors, especially pediatric neonatal doctors. And I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. At this onset, I would like to appreciate the efforts of the entire medical fraternity for their constant efforts to fight the deadly coronavirus trouble. And as medical professionals, I understand how critical is the role in pediatricians and neonatologists in this war, because
Joseph,
pediatric
can you
cases are
can
more among the most vulnerable in this infection situation.
Mr.
In this
Joseph,
context, I would like to introduce a revolutionary technology, which is most modern and latest to India, that can be a great weapon in our effort defending infection problems. That is, there are two products in this line. One is steam biocleaning system, and other one is disinfection system that is called Noco Tech. So hope you are able to see the screen now.
Yes, sir. Make it full screen.
Yeah.
it's in slideshow mode. Slideshow mode. Yeah, I think you can minimize that. No, minimize your. Yeah. Slideshow down. Right. Yeah, no, not that. The right down. You can see that mark. Yeah, above that. Yes. Next to that. Not the reading view. No, on the right.
Okay. So that is biocleaning system and disinfection systems. Both are from Oxyfarm. And Mediwave has started our business in 95, in fact, with Sony products by end of 95, and registered everything. And we have introduced Massimo pulse oximetry and Aloca, B Brown pumps, and so on. Now we are here with this biocleaning system from Oxyfarm and orthopedic immobilizer also, but towards a disinfection system, Oxyfarm products. And Oxyfarm is a company which is incorporated in France in year 2003, and they have come out with Noco Tech, and it has got a good installation base across Europe and United States and across the globe. And in India also, we have an installation base of well above 300 now. It was around 300 in March, and it is going up. It is a recent product in India. And during this time, there was a company called Sanivab, which was giving supplying steam bio cleaning systems across, and that Sanivap is taken over by Oxyfarm. This is bio cleaning system. So this is the basic unit which produces steam and controls it, and this is a trolley which you can see. The model which we are promoting in India is SP400, which as what is seen in the picture. This can be used for floor cleaning, vertical surface cleaning, furniture, or even including the roof, and medical devices like ventilators or OT lights, etc. And the log reduction is log 5 level disinfection is happening in this also, including bacteria and viruses. And there is an attachment which can be used for cleaning wash basins. So that is normally our disinfection doesn't reach much to the wash basins. Here it can be done, and continuously it can work for 8 hours. So after that, the water storage and all that has to be changed. Even more than that, it can be used. The recommended is 8 hours. And it is working at 150 degrees centigrade and 5 bars pressure. So disinfection becomes almost clear, and here it doesn't require any kind of chemicals. That is one advantage. And also the housekeeping job, everything becomes easy and high tech. Cleaning becomes much 100% better compared to the conventional methods what we are using. And it is completely with sensors where everything is controlled properly, no errors, and the steam is controlled. If the device is the unit is lifted from the surface, it completely gets stopped. The steam doesn't come. Everything is safe. And in Europe, it has got a lot of installations. It is well above 25,000 now, and certifications, everything is available. And as I told, the advantage is that there is no chemical being used. Detergents is not required, no chemicals, and because of that, what happens is the bacterial and other microorganisms will not gain any kind of resistance power, and it doesn't pollute, and water consumption is very low. With few liters of water, the entire OT or NICU can be disinfected, cleaned. The efficiency of Sanivap steam generators enable to obtain high quality steam. Electrical consumption also it is minimal, and noise level is quite low. It is not at all audible. Here there is a small video presentation for few seconds. So next is Nocotech. Nocotech itself, the normal OT and other conditions what we use is Noco spray. That is the first machine what is shown. This can treat the system for 1000 cubic meters at a stretch, and for 1000 cubic meters the machine takes 1 hour, and after that 30 minutes of time to cure. And the second machine is Noco Max for larger spaces up to 20,000 cubic meters spaces. Maybe the lobbies and of larger hospitals it might require, but normal usage in hospitals, the first machine is enough. Here it is much advanced technology where Noco spray uses Nocolize, the chemical what is used for that, and that is the majorly it is because the content is H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide, and some particles of silver also. H2O2 is the main game is with that. H2O2 it is being converted into OH negative ions by the machine, and that is being sprayed in the room. That OH negative ions will destroy all cell membranes of all microorganisms, and it is OH negative is highly unstable. So during this 30 minutes after the machine completes firing, OH negative works for 30 minutes. During this 30 minutes, it destroys all microorganisms and sends back to H2O and O2. So end of this time, the room is completely free with hydrogen peroxide. There is no hydrogen peroxide what we have infused, or no chemical content except O2 and H2O, that is water and oxygen. So it becomes completely eco-friendly, no chemicals, and microorganisms cannot gain any kind of immunity towards the chemicals because the remains of the chemicals are not there. This is the system, the heating of ionizing turbine. There is a turbine and it is firing at a specific temperature. So it spreads in the room. The particles will spread. It will be there completely in the room. Even the small cracks of wall or whatever it is, it can reach everywhere. It goes at around 80 meters per second speed. Surface completely disinfect, and it comes back to O2 and H2O, and finally nothing remains. And this is some of the test results from different environment. 5 different environments, the samples collected, what is the samples collected, and after Noco spray being used, the output. And once the places where it started, Noco spray started using continuously every day. The first day it had a severe drop of microorganisms in this location, and second day it has come to almost nil, and from thereafter it was flattened the curve, and it maintained the same cleanliness. And consumable what is used is Nocolize. Both the machines, and 1 liter pack is available and 20 liters is there. Single process capacity, the Noco spray 1000 meter cube, and Noco Max it is 20,000 meter cubes. Per hour capacity is 1000 meter cube for Noco spray, and Noco Max goes at 6000 meter cube per hour. Weight is 6.2 kg, the compatible one what we are recommending for the hospitals, and the other one is heavier machine, 49 kgs. Heating and ionizing turbine is the major part of this machine. It fires at 80 meters per second speed, and it reaches every corner of the room, and no residue. And contact time after the machine completes its job, it is just 30 minutes. The time taken by the machine depends on the volume of the room, what is getting disinfected. And eliminates all bacteria, virus, fungi, spores, everything. If we have a comparison with the conventional machines, or especially the foggers are being more used, the major comparison differences is that where Noco spray used just about 30 minutes time, and fogger uses around 3 to 6 hours. And consumable as such, fogger doesn't have any specific consumer which is recommended. We have to choose our own consumable and take risk. But here in Noco spray, Nocolize is being validated scientifically, and reach of the spray, it as the speed what the particles are moving in from Noco spray is much higher at 80 meters per second. It reaches every part of the room, including the equipment inside or cracks everywhere. And residue in fogging machine, whatever the chemical what we are using, the residue will be there, and it gives long time impacts on multiple levels, and there is no residue for Noco spray. And corrosion is another part. The fogger machines gives corrosion for metal parts, and sophisticated equipments can get damaged because of that over a time of period. But there is no corrosion, or it doesn't get any color change for the metal, or nothing happens with Noco spray. And machine life also, Noco spray gives a long life. It is a French machine with French technology, one of the best available. These are the companies endorsed our product in different industries. Medical industry, it is being used, or pharma industry, food, many other places. We have in India, we have 300 plus installations as of now, including All India Institute of Medical Science. And we thank you, NNKF Association and its office bearers, Dr. Dinagara P. and Dr. Prashant Gowda for moderating, and all panelists. Thank you very much. And further, what all clarifications or anything we can share with you, we can come to you for demonstration or trial, everything. Yes, sir.
So stop the sharing, sir.
Yes, Dinakar sir.
Very happy, Prashant. Very good. Both the speakers have done a really nice presentation, and we were there. So there are some questions are there for both the speakers, because whoever attended, they are really planning to start an hospital or take anything, whatever the knowledge they want. Number one, first, Mr. Vinod. Vinod is a nice gem of a person, number one, and he is more than anything else, he is very helpful. He is also, what I feel is, he is also, he is not a doctor, but he is an encyclopedia of all the things in the hospital things. He knows about the dialysis. He knows about how to install, and he is a manufacturer of surgical instruments, furnitures, beds. Not only that, he is also into laboratory equipments too. Not only that, and he and his wife is already, I think so, she's a designer. She will whatever the equipment, wherever you want, however you want, like a furnitures, whatever. She's a very good designer. So he is his family, and he is completely, whatever the solution you want regarding the hospital, they are providing. It's about his background. Come to our Varghese. Varghese is dealing with this machine. The reason why because when I went to Bangkok and when I went to Dubai, I have seen this both the machines. Then I asked them, anybody is dealing in India. Then I came to know about Varghese. So really these two machines, why I am telling is, after the corona, many machines have come like this, but it is not nearing to this. Not easy, not even touching. It's all like a fogger. See, previously when we were using the, please do the fumigation, then minimum we need 2 days to enter, because sister has to come, IMA has to come, and she has to wash properly floor. Then sister has to take a tremendous job cleaning the whatever the surfaces. But after cleaning it, once again the fumigation is a repeated process. After a few days or after some time or a year or years, so all your OT, modular OT, or equipments or surgical equipment will start rusting. Then doctor used to think it's because of the hard water. Yes, hard water also is a cause, but this is also a cause. Then when I inquired, really, Varghese, your machine is an excellent, because he has given the demo and really very nice. 15 minutes. Then in 15 minutes, your whole NICU is ready. 14 feet height, 22 feet, 22 feet. It is ready in 30 minutes. So smaller is ready in 15 minutes. So you can enter, start working. No need to change anything. Just you have to open everything. And baby should not be there. That's it. And there is even hydrogen peroxide usually will stink. But this machine was not. And that is the one machine about the Noco spray. So he is having the two machines. Regarding the other machine, it will give the hot water. Nowadays, everybody knows after more than 70 degree or 40 degree coronavirus will die. Not only coronavirus surfaces. If you use anywhere water, either paint will go or hot steam paint will go, even though powder coated. But in this machine, it is not. Everywhere you can spray. It's like if you use only, you will know. That is the reason I requested him, can you give the talk? So he has accepted and really nicely presented. Varghese, it's a nice. So just for one question, Varghese, can you take, dear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Varghese, nowadays,
yes,
after the corona,
yeah,
there are so many machines have come. similar to you, how you are going to tell your machine is better than others, either in fumigation or room disinfectant, because rooms will be special rooms or semi-special. You know, corporate guys will tell it is a deluxe, it is a premier room or a suite room, whatever they tell, it's for the money one. So just I am telling you how better it is in
Sir,
disinfecting
Sir, we can look at it multiple angle. One is that the perfection of disinfection, what is happening, none of the systems are able to give near to it. This is almost 100%. They say 99.99%. It is certified fact. It is official. That is one thing. Second thing is eco-friendliness. No system can give eco-friendly except this. Everything is, this is a copyrighted product. So nothing else is giving this kind of eco-friendliness. If it is not eco-friendly, the residue is there long term, the bacteria also will turn different. It will react. It will not be effective after some time. And another thing is, see, if it is other machines, what they are doing is they are using different kind of chemicals. That chemicals actually firing it takes a lot of time, and chemical will remain and it affects you in long time, especially the medical community, because doctors are staying inside OT or NICU whatever for longer period. Patient is there for only for 1 or 2 days or 10 days. So that harm is also a concern. And ease of operation, it is very much easy to operate. Just set the time and leave it. So in all these angles, this is much better. And again, if you use certain things for disinfecting, like the people wipe or use hydrochloride based solutions, it can damage computers or other sophisticated equipments like ventilators and all that. So in either way, this is much better. Only thing is initial investment is higher than the other one, but otherwise it is excellent. There is no competition to it. Even new products what is come is not comparable to it. It is much different.
Yeah, one.
Yes, sir.
So my second question in yours, can we use, because it is, suppose if anybody wants to purchase your equipment,
Yes,
that
sir.
whatever you showed 1 liter. So do you think the same thing they have to use, or sodium hydroxide, what we use for the disinfectant? Nowadays, sodium hydroxide is a quick corona killer or any other bacteria, whatever it is there. So can we use sodium, hydroxide, whatever, NaOH or whatever we use for the needle disinfectant? Can we use the same thing, or hydrogen peroxide? Which one is better? Can we use in your machine that product?
No, sir. If sodium hydroxide solution, if it is sprayed in the room across, what would happen is your metal parts, most of the things will get rusted and will damage within short time. It won't take much time. 6 months to 1 year, you will know. Even the software companies who is using that nowadays, initially they will use it. 3 months to 6 months, they'll come to know what is going to happen. So yeah, it is not a long-term solution. You can use it for wiping, but not for across the NIC or anything.
That is the reason I asked the question, because people have started using sodium hydroxide, started putting in the fumigation, and everywhere in the room.
Sir, fumigation,
and after some
using sodium hydroxide in fumigation is very unscientific, because what happens is there are, even if it is not very sophisticated equipment, there are so many metal parts inside any office or NICU or OT, anything. It all will get rusted and will go. And sophisticated equipments will get damaged very fast. Yeah. And the disinfection factor also, I am not very sure how far it will work if it is not wiping. If it is sprayed, what happens is the quantity what is touching the surface is very low. So will that be enough to disinfect is a subject to study. I don't think it will disinfect clearly.
Yeah. So one more question. There are so many solutions have come. It is all Ayurvedic spraying for bacterial and other things eco-friendly. Can we use that solution in your machine?
Other things, what other chemicals what we use in this machine may not be a viable option, because here H2O2 being split into OH negative ions. But if the same chemical is not being used, that will not happen. So it is only spraying will happen. That spraying is not the function of this machine. This is splitting from the basic molecule level.
So negative ion is the one very important in your machine because of the temperature, because of the blowing pressure.
Yes.
The hydrogen peroxide will split into the negative ion, goes into the cell wall, and it will destroy the cell wall. So that's how it will kill. Do you think it will kill even fungus?
Yes. Fungus.
Okay.
Everything will go, including spores.
So everything will go. I don't know.
Including spores.
Okay, spores. Okay, one last question for you, dear friend.
Yes, sir.
So is it a doctor-friendly machine in a cost-wise?
Yes, sir. Very much.
Provided doctor-friendly.
Sir, the thing is, some of the quality accreditation agencies are insisting for once in a month disinfection. But nowadays, it will not be sufficient. If you have continuous usage, it is definitely very much viable. But if you are using 1 hour in 1 month, the block money and financial status you have to work out. But if, let us say, if you have multiple OTs or multiple ICUs and multiple rooms to be disinfected, it definitely need a machine like this.
Okay, what about the cost of the reagent? Is there anything you can help the doctors, because they will ask the second question?
Sir, if they are using 20 liters in at least 3 months time, it becomes very much 20 liters in 3 months.
Because you have liters. Okay, according to the usage, you have showed in your video and in your PPT, 15 minutes. So 1 ml per meter square.
Yes, 1 cubic meter, not square, cubic meter.
The cubic meter. Suppose
cubic
20.
Meter it is. Cubic meter it is.
Varghese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suppose Varghese, if 10 feet height, 20 feet width and 20 feet length. 20 and 10 feet height. Why I am telling normally OT or ICU will be like this. How much you are going to suggest? What is the formula? Then people will think to buy. I know, my dear, I am asking for other.
Yes, sir. 20 into 20 into 10 feet height means it is 4,000 cubic feet. Divided by 35 is converted into cubic meter. So it is 115 cubic meter. So 115 ml will be required per disinfection.
Yes. So do you think this chemical will go down, up, backside, everywhere? Or do you think like UV, there is a one machine, automatic robot, it will keep on moving everywhere? Do you think we should do, or we just keep in one side? Which one is suffice better?
That is UV.
No, what I am asking, see, you have showed in your video, just keep in one corner. All these ions will go to all the corners of the NICU, even backside of the equipments, below the equipments.
Yes,
is
sir.
It true it will go, or we have to change at least two places?
No, sir. One location. From one location, it will cover 1,000 cubic meter capacity. Now we are talking about 115 cubic meter. It has got capacity to cover 1,000 cubic meter. And the molecules are going at 80 meters per second speed. So it will penetrate everywhere. Even a small crack on the furniture, it can reach inside that.
Yeah. My last question to you. sorry, there are questions because people should know this. What I learned in the Bangkok, that Bangkok International Conference or Dubai, what I came to know and what you have explained after that depth research, really it is good. My question is question for you is this chemical, because you told 20 liters to be used, or 20 liters in 3 months if viable, you told. How much in one bottle, how many ml will come, dear?
Sir, we have two packing. One is 1 liter packing and the next is 20 liter packing. So 20 liter packing is for the bigger machine actually, but
Yeah,
that
Noco
will become economical because our cost also is different.
Can we buy that and put it in 1 liter? And
Yes.
can we use it in the water? Or what is the better solution? Because
20
1
liter
liter
pack we can buy and fill in and use it. We will need 1 liter can and 1 or 2 cans are there. We can buy 20 liter, keep it there and start using it. So
okay,
cost will come down.
cost will come down. So this is not the platform to ask you the money. Just I am asking to
from 1 liter to
no.
20 liter, 30% cost comes down.
Just I am asking you. I'm not telling you to, people do bargain. Just on the people who are really interested, how much it will cost 20 liter, dear friend? Approx.
Approximately 20 liters should cost somewhere around 40,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees per liter.
How much Noco spray machine, not a bigger machine, smaller machine, will cost for a doctor?
That is quoted at 1.75 lakhs plus tax.
1.75
lakhs plus tax.
Okay.
12% tax.
So the solution 20 liters is expensive. Otherwise, this machine is very, very good. My second question, can you just brief, once they do this autoclaving, fumigation, what is the purpose of taking a stream disinfectant from you?
Sir, the effectiveness of Noco spray is much superior to the conventional methods. And
No. I am comparing your first machine, that hot steam one, where we can use it in a sink and other where it is reached.
Yeah, sir, that goes up to log 4 and log 5 level of disinfection.
What do you mean by that?
That is, the microorganisms get destroyed to a certain extent. But in Noco spray, the second machine, that does it 100%. That is called log 6 level.
Log 6 level. That means that a steam sterilizer, what you are telling, where and all we can use. So you have showed in your this thing, we can use it for the floor, we can use it for the wall. So we can use it for everywhere. You are telling us.
Including
even in the sink.
Including
so do you think we should buy both?
See, one is a continuous process, sir. You don't have to shift the patient, nothing. If people are going inside, touching the surfaces, door and all that, continuous process, it can be cleaned. Or let us say every day once or twice or whatever.
Steam sterilization.
Yes.
How much approximately it will cost? Not
sir,
bigger one, normal hospital, such that everywhere 40 rooms, OT is there, almost 29,000 square feet, or almost double than that. 60,000 square feet of whole hospital. How much including walls? So which machine? Because you have two machines. Which machine the people should buy?
Sir, both are actually of a slightly different concept. One is that, let us say, in an operation theater environment, what happens is after the patient surgery is completed, patient is moved out, there would be a lot of blood stains and other things to be cleaned. Now, what people do is they keep cleaning with the soap liquid. mop and all that. So it is not easy. Let us say in an NICU, if
Thank you. Tell me.
NICU environment, if you have to clean with the soap liquid, you have to shift all the children from there. All that process is there. But this with the patient only you can clean it. There is no problem. Only the code you should not change. So it is happening online. So you don't have to worry about shifting the patient and all that. And always the floor is kept clean.
So we understood.
Without affecting anything.
Yeah. How much steam this thing will cost? Steam, that sterilization or whatever the cleaning equipment, how much it will be costing for our doctors?
Sir, it is quoted at 5 lakh rupees plus tax for that. But I can now I have some.
No, because of this webinar, if anybody comes to you, can you take care of them?
Yes, sir. I can give some specific packages for that.
Thank you very much, Varghese. Okay, very happy.
Yes.
Please stay on. Many questions might come to you. Please stay on. So, Mr. Vinod, can I ask you some questions?
Please, sir.
Yeah, Vinod, I have specifically 3 things. See, we pediatricians or neonatologists, we might not know what is modular OT, but no, generally everybody might be knowing, but few people might not know that. The modular OT concept in one word.
Sir, modular OT is actually zero bacteria, we can say. I can say 99.97% bacteria won't be there through the laminar flow. That's the main concept behind that one.
Yeah. So number is there modular OT means you have showed on picture, the air is coming and it is circulating from the below, it is sucking out. That is modular OT or anything else?
That is actually the airflow system mainly. So from the laminar flow in the top of the wherever the operation OT table is there, the clean air will come through that one, and it's go through 4 corner of the operation theater, which will be there will be a return air duct outlets will be there in the corner. So it will be sucked through that one. So that process will continue. So in that process, the clean air will come. Also, if any bad bacteria air is in the OT, including the anesthesia workstation, gas or anything will be there, it will suck through the same process and goes. And it's a positive pressure inside the operation theater.
Yes. So modular OT, I heard it will cost for one OT 20 into 20 feet, 20 feet, 20 feet height, 14 feet or 12 feet height. I heard that it will cost from 20 lakhs to up to even 5, 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs. Why it is so?
It's totally depending on the designing and the budget of that particular hospital. Example, if you go for a the lowest cost will be, instead of, I know that one we already done it in the past, the wall cladding that can be a vitrified tiles. Okay, that's the lowest one. The next level can be, it can be a puff panel with a GA on both sides, which will be cheaper than the stainless steel. So if you go for a stainless steel, it will be looking very good. That Indian scenario, that's the best one, little high. So the costliest one is the bioclad solution. That is the way. Now a lot of people will compromise in multiple stuffs. Example, the flooring. We know 5 mm flooring, if you reduce that into 3 mm flooring, the price can come down. Some people won't keep a hatch box, that is a pass box. We don't record that one, we'll say. So the control panel itself, it can start from 50,000 to 1.25 lakhs, depending on the control which you want inside the panel. So a lot of the places you can compromise. See, I know that people done the operation, the OT, modular OT phone from 13 to 14 lakhs to 30 lakhs. That's depending on what material you're using, what kind of designing you are using. Example, the laminar floor in the top, which you are talking, the air which is coming, if you use for an aluminium, it's cheaper than if you go for a stainless steel 304. So if you don't use antibacterial painting, again people will compromise and we can save the money over there. So it varies from what kind of design, what kind of material using. But if the nutshell, if we talk that, it can vary from 12 lakhs to 28 lakhs.
Yeah. So that's what modular OT you mean. We understood, but however, we might not. But whenever any doctor is going to ask anybody's help, please guide them. It is better.
Sure, sir.
Number one.
Yeah.
And Prashant, over to you. Over to you. You just see in the chat box. Is there any questions?
Sir, we have 3 panelists today they were finding it difficult to join. Now they have joined. 2 of them are from my hospital where they work. They are our labor room in charge and OT in charge. So Linu and Mrs. Linu and Mrs. Kalpana. So I request them to share their experience in terms of difficulties in working with with their previous experience working in an OT which is modular OT versus non-modular OT. What difference they have found? What they have. So Linu, will you start with your experience in terms of infection? She's also our infection control head in Motherhood Hospital. Mrs. Linu, are you able to hear me? Linu, kindly unmute yourself. Linu. And we have Mr. Raghavendra also. Dr. Raghavendra, you can share your experiences and then we will take a few questions which comes out in the chat box.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Please share your
audible
experience.
to everyone, sir?
After that, yes.
I'm audible, sir? Hello?
Yeah.
Raghavendra, you are audible. We are all hearing to you.
Yes, sir. My question is for Vinod Nair. Hello?
Vinod.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Sir, Raghavendra here. Sir, in modular operation theater, what is the air changes you are going to consider as far as design concerned, sir? Hello?
Raghavendra, can you repeat that question? I was on mute.
Sir, how many air changes do you consider in modular operation theater, sir?
No, in what perspective you are asking that question?
Air changes per hour in laminar flow system, sir.
As that's depending on the design, Raghavendra.
Design, sir, it's a normal design for general OT and multi-speciality OT. They have subjected in NABH standard also, but normally due to lack of what do you call material procurement, there will be changes in air changes. And you have told about pressure relief damper.
Yeah,
it's connected to that, right, sir?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
See that the pressure changer damper, which when we are doing the designing, we need to position a strategic place where depending on the size of the room,
why it is given, sir? Why it is given pressure relief damper? For what it is considered?
It's actually considering because of the air in the operation theater and the outside air, to just balance that between. We will be positioning.
No, sir. It's not that. I'm extremely sorry to say this thing.
Yeah, please go ahead. That's good.
I'm extremely sorry. Pressure relief damper, for what it is considered, in spite if any air is been leaked from the OT, is contaminant. Hello?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, it is contaminant to the adjacent area. If the pressure relief damper work in that way, if it is bleeding to the corridor, sterile corridor, it will be a problematic for other area also, no, sir?
I fully agree with you. You are the AC expert. Please go ahead.
No, sir. I'm just having a word of pressure relief damper. That's it. Sir.
Yeah. See, what I was talking about the damper. If you see my presentation,
Yes, sir.
I'll come back to the slide. Yeah. See, what I was taking about my presentation is the pressure relief damper should have provided in each room to prevent contamination of air from clean and dirty areas. Suitably sized air pressure relief damper should be strategically placed, which I mentioned just now, enabling differential room pressure to be maintained
Yeah.
and ensure that when doors
Differential
are
pressure, sir, differential pressure is maintained through the HEPA filter and the air conditioning unit, which we are going to install in the top. Means that what we have shown is, yes, it
yeah,
is either variable frequency drive or manual control, or depending on the CFM what is pumping inside the room.
correct,
But this
Rakhavendra.
pressure relief damper, is there any necessary requirement to give that pressure relief damper inside the OT?
Is as part of the overall design. This is part of the designing. But I mentioned that as well. In many places, many people will compromise many things. It's not necessary in all the OT. If the OT size is small, they may not be putting a relief damper over there. Sometimes they will put may not be touch a the hatch box which I mentioned in that one, because there not be any backside to just collect the dirty linen. It's all it's a match of combination depending on the place what we have, depending on the design what we do. But NABH is not telling that you have to be this only when you are designing this one.
Okay. And sir, regarding hatchbox,
Raghavendra,
sir.
Yes. When we were designing the modular OT, just
Yes,
I am asking you, because you are the master. Last time you have done a OT this thing. You are the expert in that. What is it? OT ducts and sorry, AC
Superman, sir.
AC ducts and other things. No. You are the master. So is there anything? Is there anything in the ducts we can keep UV light?
Sir, it's not in the duct, sir. It's in the AHU, and it's inside the modular operation theater, sir.
That will come from AHU.
See, normally, Dinagar sir, the UV light which you're keeping, the duct which is coming inside the AC room, which I told the four side of the AC duct which is coming, there normally keep the UV lights.
Okay, no. Raghavendra is telling better to keep it in the AHU. What air handling unit are we are keeping on the top of the hospital or anywhere outside of the hospital? Which one is correct, Raghavendra?
Sir, in spite of design we can treat it in the AHU or inside the room, sir. Better to keep it in the AHU or inside the room. In ducts, it's not visible, and we are unable to see whether it is working or not working, sir. In service point of view, each and every day people will be going to the air handling unit. They'll be checking the things, they'll be checking the filters, and then they'll be starting the OT. Maintenance part wise, it will be very good if it is there inside the OT or in the air handling unit. It kills the bacteria, and moreover 30 to 40% of the bacteria will be killed through UV light, sir.
Yeah, very good. Yes, that means all the AHUs will have a UV light, or we should
sir,
request.
Again, it depends, sir. Again, it depends.
Not necessary, sir.
Again, it depends on the design and other parts, sir.
No. Suppose, see, like me, I want in the AHU UV light also should be there. That means you people will fix our UV according to the design. It will come.
No, we want to fix it, sir, according to the duct area and the AHU area. We want to fix it inside the OT or inside the AHU.
Okay. And one more thing.
Again, yes, sir.
One more thing. In the modular OT, what Vinod was presenting, see, some people, suppose Dr. Dinakar, I am poor person, I cannot use the steel doors. So powder coated doors.
Hermetically sealed doors. Yes, sir. Swing type doors is there. One single direction means both direction you can't be using, sir, because of the pressure. Always the pressure will be positive inside the operation theater, and the door will be open. If we are using both side opening, only inside opening is recommended inside the OT, sir. Hermetically sealed door.
After the hand wash, how to get in the OT then?
Sir, elbow type. We want to push it from the elbow and we want to go in, or else some assistant should be there to open it for the doctors.
So we can open through the shoulder, then get inside.
Yes, sir.
Nothing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One plate will be installed over the door. There is no handle from the external thing. It will be pushed with the shoulder, and then we can go inside, sir.
Yeah. So, Mr. Vinod, is it better? Is it better? See, because what is it? Infection control person is also there with us as a panelist. Steel is better or powder coated is better? So first Vinod, then Raghavendra.
Always I
Then
prefer
I will
steel.
ask-
Always I prefer steel, sir. SS304 grade.
Okay, Raghavendra.
Sir, both are same. Due to cost variance, we can go with steel. If affordable to higher price, we can go with steel, or else we will go with powder coated galvanized iron, sir. And moreover, that
Okay.
will be silver iron technology, as I explained previously.
I got it. Now for the, I will carry one question from Varghese and I am putting to you people. I have seen some OTs where they have kept the laparoscopic equipment, they have kept that OT things. I have seen in a matter of 4 years it is rusted. When I went and asked them why it is rusted, how you are doing? Sir, we are doing. But when I asked them that one, it's a hard water is coming, sir. There is no softener. Is that is the one or anything fumigation? What you people will feel? First, Vinod, then Raghavendra.
See, sir, the fumigation also can be a matter. And hard water, if they don't do proper autoclave, of course, the resting will start. Being a manufacturer of surgical instruments, I know if they don't do proper autoclave, and how the resting going to start from the instruments.
Yeah, Raghavendra.
Sir, after fumigation,
What I am
immediately
seeing
we.
is even
Sir.
panels also is rusted.
Yes,
Panels
sir.
also rusted. Okay,
Yes, sir.
please.
Sir, anything disinfectant used in the OT will be settled in the panel and as well as bottom everywhere, sir. That should be cleaned properly. First thing. Second thing, it will be airborne. Will be immediately. It should be exhausted external to the ambient. That one fumigation mode will be there. If we switch on that, all the fumigation will be exhausted outside, sir. In that, we can safeguard our OT and other instrument also.
Yeah,
So
I want that thing from Raghavendra.
Sir.
No, Raghavendra, I want that word from you because in the OTs, there is
Yes,
a, when we will install that modular OT of this thing, fumigation will press, everything will be. So very, Prashant, over to you from infection control person, please.
Yeah, Lino, are you able to hear and unmute yourself and speak? Because she was finding it difficult technically. Before she unmutes, sir, Mr. Vinod was telling regarding the use of 5 mm versus 3 mm. My only question which I got now is, will it impact on infection control if you compromise the OT? Say you are telling 13 to 14 lakhs versus 30 lakhs OT. Will there be any problem in terms of infection control? Because the whole idea of modular OT is infection control. So if you compromise in putting vitrified tile versus steel and other things, will it have impact on infection control? First, I would like to ask Vinod, and then Raghavendra also can add few words. Yeah.
Sir, this totally, which I mentioned that one, depending on the budget of that one, because somebody wants only the NABH norms to follow, and NABH, there are some criteria which they mentioned over there. Depending on that one, the prices matters, which I mentioned. But if you see that one, the best possible in is that either puff with antibacterial coating on that one, or stainless steel with or without antibacterial coating on that one. If vitrified tiles, if you go there, if we it's NABH is not saying that you can't put a vitrified tiles over there, but the cleaning will be little difficult to compare with the antibacterial coating or SS paneling. if you put in the wall also the vitrified tiles. But the ceiling always will be either SS or puff with this one. I'm talking only the four side of your OT only. We can go for a vitrified tiles or this one. It's totally depending on when you're going for a 13 lakhs or 10 lakhs a budget for an 2020 OT. You cannot put a puff panel or SS panel on both four sides, because that itself is costly. How these panels are fixing, either it will screw to the wall or you will have another MS or SS shield will be in the backside to just to fix these panels. So when you are doing this all, the cost will go up. So if example, we done one project in Palkat in one medical college, for they are using all four sides the vitrified panels, which mirror finished vitrified tiles, and the ground is vinyl and top is puff panel. But NABH approved that one. So it's totally depending on the budget. But if same thing, if you see that one in Kolar, the medical college, its entire one is SS paneling, including the storage session that is inbuilt in flush type of storage session on the wall, and everything is state of art of modular OT with the SS304 into that one, including laminal floor is not aluminum, that is SS304. So that is totally depending on the budget, and NABH is mainly saying these airflow systems, as well as they have around 7 to 8 each circulation. They have 7 to 8 process we need to follow up that one. Like Raghavendra mentioned, that air changing and all those things they mentioned in that one. That's what we need to follow mainly. So when you are talking about, sorry to this one, when you are talking to an NABH consultant also, they won't talk to you on the material what you are supposed to use it. They will talk to you that these are the process you need to follow. Okay, example, the AC, which I mentioned in my presentation, each operation theater has a separate air handling unit that is clearly mentioning by NABH. You cannot share one AHU for two operation theaters.
Raghavendra, would you like to add something on this?
Hello.
Go ahead.
Sir, seamless flooring, sir. Question was 5 mm thickness and 3 mm thickness, sir. 3 mm thickness of the flooring, it should be seamless, and wall joints, everything should be seamless. You can use tiles or anything on the wall or some. It should be seamless, sir. Everything should be seamless all across the OT area.
Yeah, correct. But the NABH clearly mentioned in there, if you go through the norms, that they prefer vinyl flooring for the operation theaters.
So, sir, it's not the construction of the material, sir. It's the requirement. If requirement is there for anti-static flooring, sir. In all the OTs, they don't use, for general OTs, they don't use anti-static thing. They use only normal vinyl and normal epoxy flooring, sir. The cost again varies from one end to other end if we are going with anti-static flooring.
Great. Including thickness, it will be changing. 3 to 5, there is a big difference.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, suppose if we will use the anti-static flooring or whatever the vinyl, because bipolar or unipolar cautery also will wear, because before buying the cautery, we should know, I think so. Is it true, Raghavendra?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because cautery buying is important for the OT, that is there. Then one thing I'll ask you, according to the NABH, Vinod Nair, it is for you. According to the NABH process, now I am sitting in one X hospital. There is two first entry to the OT, OT complex. Later they have a 2 doors, and they have put everything lying in and all according to the NABH. So what Raghavendra or Vinod, both you feel, how many layers of doors we need before entering to the OT room?
My experience, two
Sir,
layer.
Yeah, Raghavendra first.
Sir, it's called sterile area and non-sterile area, sir. Entering from non-sterile area to sterile area, we want to change our clothes and other things. And then we want to enter into the sterile area where the bifurcation will be coming. And there one one OT door is to be installed. One sterile doors to be installed. And then from that place to OT complex, means inside OT, another door should be installed, sir. It should not be exposed to any other area.
I agree with that. That's what I mentioned, sir, two layer.
Yeah, thank you. Prashant, over to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Yes.
what we understand is if you're going with the little low cost modular OT, the process of keeping it sterile has to be very robust. Plus, if you're going with little high cost OT also, the process is same, but it is relatively easy to handle. That is the take home message. Yeah, I think still our panelist Linu, Kalpana, are you able to connect? I think that's all questions we have from our side, sir.
Prashant, can you ask the audience if they have any questions?
Yeah, I request audience to kindly unmute and ask the question directly with our speakers. Audience?
Hello.
Yes, yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Sir, I am Dr. Ashok from Madurai, neonatologist. I joined late, probably. I don't know. It's an apt question. I want to know the cost of this low cost and high cost modular OT.
Raghavendra,
Only I
and
joined late.
Yeah, approximate cost you can tell them. Approximate
Sir,
cost, the quoted cost.
Sir, this is what we mentioned. It's totally depending on the design, totally depending on the material which is using, but it can be vary a 20 by 20 OT room. Rakhavendra, you can vouch for that one. It can start from 13 lakhs to 30 lakhs.
Okay.
Raghavendra?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It starts from 13 lakhs, sir.
That includes the flooring and walls. Cost,
No, sir. Again, it depends on the design,
cost,
sir. Again, it depends on the design. Again, it depends on the design and durability of the thing what we are using inside the operation theater.
Correct. When you are using a good material, the OT will go a long time, like 15 to 20 years we can use it. If you go for a cheaper material, of course, the quality will come down for the modular OT as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Our attendees, delegates can unmute and ask our speaker directly.
Joseph, you can give your number. Can we give your number to all the people if anybody asks? Joseph?
Yes, sir. I'll share the number now.
Yeah, you can share with Dr. Prashant, and he will put it in the this our whatever we are now. It is webinar is there. It is recording. It will be there in the YouTube also. Okay, and you can share it. Prashant, if anybody asks Raghavendra number, or Joseph Varghese number, you can share. Yeah, I think so. It is
Joseph,
Varghese,
I got in the chat. Yes, sir. Yes.
Ashok, you can ask Vinod or Raghavendra. They will guide you. Raghavendra, can you share your number? Vinod, can you share your number in the things?
Definitely.
So in the chat box.
Sure.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you. Thank you for organizing a very important practical aspect webinars. Without any tiredness, I am seeing you continuously yourself and Dr. Prashant Gowda disseminating knowledge throughout the country. Thanks.
Ashok,
Thank you.
So, Prashant, conclude all the tell thanks to all the speakers.
Yes, yes, yes. On behalf of NNF Karnataka and our entire team and Neo Gurukul, hello, entire team, Neo Gurukul, and our entire Karnataka. Thanks, Mr. Vinod, Joseph Varghese, Mr. Raghavendra, and all our audience patiently listening and trying to gain knowledge. Thank you, thank you. If you need any help, any support regarding your hospital structure, infrastructure, we are always there. You can contact us, and we will definitely provide all the details of speakers or experts who have been in this field for many years. And today we have witnessed wonderful talk by Vinod Nair and Joseph Varghese. The information was very, very useful. So thank you one and all. Have a great evening. We'll catch up this coming Sunday. Bye, 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 bye.
And one more thing, Prashant, one more thing.
Yes.
We are having another 10 sessions regarding all the equipments. I think so. Vinod also will be there. Raghavendra also will be there in that. And Raghavendra not only will do the AC work, he will also do that, all the door work for the whole complete hospital and even furniture also, Vinod. Okay, you can contact even Raghavendra too. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Good night.